3, 2, 1. Liftoff of the Falcon 9.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 prop is nominal. Stage 1 entry startup. Stage 1 is transonic. Stage 1 landing range startup. Stage 1 landing leg deploying.
Falcon 9 has landed.
Hello everybody, welcome to another launch from Slick 40, Starlink 6-52. I'm Nectar Spacey, and we're counting down. Gonna get the exact timer up for y'all, and also I'm joined by hopefully some people from my group servers, so they also will be able to see this. We're currently at T-minus 1 hour and 1 minute. Awaiting until Falcon 9 lifts off. So basically I'm gonna start, I was originally starting at 1 hour, and since I've been gone for 2 months, and I've started picking my streams up at 30 minutes, I'm gonna be picking the pace up at 1 hour, doing lots of explanations and talking and before launch, and just quick to summarize everybody of what's going on, what's gonna happen. But yeah, as you can see here, this is the Falcon 9 rocket. I'm going to give an explanation on this. Just trying to set up the screen so you can get the best view. So I'm going to get the thing up. I'm going to start explaining. So this is Starlink Group 6-52. The launch time for this launch today is right now, Thursday, April 18th, 2024 at 5:54 p.m. Central Time. This is B-1080 on its 7th flight, its 28th day turnaround, the 310th Falcon recovery attempt. And B-1080 will be landing on shortfall gravitas for its 7th landing. This mission will carry 23 Starlink V2 mini satellites into low Earth orbit with the second stage. This will be launching from LC-40 Cape Canaveral Space Force Base in Florida, USA. This will be the 75th orbital launch attempt of 2024, the 340th mission of SpaceX, and the 40th mission of 2024 for SpaceX. This will be the 326th mission for Falcon 9. This will be the 40th mission of 2024. So, yeah, that's also, let's go into the booster's history. B-1080, I've seen B-1080 in all of its glory. And also, it launched CRS-30, so it has a special place in my heart. So, yeah, I've seen this booster come alive on its first flight, Axiom 2. I've saw Axiom 2. That was one of the most best launches in the Axiom program for me, but Axiom 3 made it up. But anyways, the first flight was AX2. The second flight was the Lucid Telescope. The third launch was Starlink 6-11. The fourth launch was Starlink 6-24. And the fifth launch was AX3. The sixth launch was SpaceX CRS-30. And today is maybe 7th launch, but it's right now at its 60th flight. If the booster launches, it'll be its 7th flight. And if it lands successful, it'll be its 7th landing. And when it comes back, it'll be its 8th launch, and so on and so forth. Actually, let's watch AX2 and see how this booster stepped up to BSC. Let's just watch it real quick. I'm gonna get the video up. For y'all. It's from SpaceX. So
that, and then they, in that case, would reperform the suit leak check. But when we did a dress rehearsal on Friday, we got.
This is Ryan Lee from the Pressure Garment team, wishing you an interest in science.
Venting, we're now excess pressure in the strongback. That's what's giving that large white plume as cold gas meets the warm Florida air and condenses the moisture. Coming up on 1 minute where the flight computers will take over the sequence. Let's listen in to the launch of Falcon 9 with Dragon and the Axiom 2 crew.
FTS is armed, Falcon 9 is in startup and is now controlling. Dragon is in countdown.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
Dragon, copy. Go for launch.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 15. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And liftoff, Falcon 9. Go Axiom.
Stage 1 Alpha.
Copy, 1 Alpha.
Together we expand what is possible in low Earth orbit. Ad Astra and Godspeed AX2.
Plus 30 seconds into this historic. T plus 36 seconds into flight. A great view of Falcon 9 heading to space.
Power telemetry is nominal.
Stage 1
throttle down.
Power telemetry nominal. We're into the throttle bucket. Is the first stage is throttle down power on the Merlin engines in preparation for max Q.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Faster than the speed of sound as we're getting great views from the first stage camera looking back at Kennedy Space Center Complex 39A.
Stage 1 throttle up.
Max Q.
We're out of the throttle bucket.
Stage 1 Bravo.
Copy, 1 Bravo.
We're at full power, and that call on 1 Bravo, that's another one of those abort modes. As we get higher and faster, the logic for Dragon, should a contingency occur, changes from stage to stage.
Impact chill is underway.
Chill announcement says we're getting the turbo pump on the second stage engine cooled down in preparation for its light up coming up in just another minute from now. Again, great views looking back, and you can see the contrail as we left 39A and the shadow of the contrail against the cloud deck around Florida. Now we're coming up 3 big sequences and a view live of the crew inside Dragon. They're getting ready. We're going to get 3 events here. Main engine cutoff, stage separation, and then we're going to light the second stage engine. We've heard the throttle down in preparation for stage separation.
Nico.
2 Alpha.
Stage separation confirmed. Copy, 2 Alpha. And back ignition.
Stage 1, boost back startup.
All right, stage separation. We've lit the second stage engine. The first stage is into the boost back burn, working its way back towards Cape Canaveral. Views on the left side, that's the first stage. Engines running as we come back to the launch site, or the landing site. Second stage engine nozzle is visible on the right side as we're powering the Axiom 2 crew into low Earth orbit on the way to the International Space Station. Waiting for call out that the boost back burn is complete.
Stage 1, boost back shutdown.
Right on time. First stage completed the first of 3 burns heading back to the landing site. Second stage continuing on power and on trajectory.
Acquisition signal, Bermuda.
Head northeast, the Bermuda ground station.
Dragon, SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
Bermuda is listening in to the vehicle
Copy,
now.
nominal trajectory.
And the crew hears the call out of a nominal trajectory. So 4 minutes into flight, everything continuing to go well. First stage heading back, and there's the crew on the second stage getting the ride into orbit to the space station. Coming up, we're waiting for the next trajectory call out from the guidance officer.
Dragon, SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
Love to hear those words. A nominal trajectory for Dragon.
Copy, nominal trajectory.
And maybe even a little bit of excitement in the crew's voice. Commander Peggy Whitson calling back down, hearing that call out from GNC of a nominal trajectory. Left side of the screen, you can see the first stage. It's now beginning to orient itself so that the engines are pointed down towards the land as we will be descending towards landing zone 1 in Cape Canaveral. The 4 titanium grid fins have all deployed. They'll help guide
Acquisition signal, boss.
They'll guide the first stage through once we get into the atmosphere following the entry burn, which will be coming up here in another couple of minutes. On the right-hand side, the second stage with the Dragon capsule on top, heading up the eastern seaboard of the U.S. We've just heard the call out of Boston. That's the New Hampshire tracking station, has picked up the signal.
Dragon, SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
GNC continuing to make those call outs that we want to hear. Everything
Trajectory
continuing
nominal.
to look good. And the crew echoing them right back down. Good comms with the crew. We've been able to bring some live video shots from inside the capsule as they're headed to space. And there's another view of the crew.
Stage 1, entry burn startup.
And there we heard that the startup burn for that stage 1 booster, you can see it there on the left-hand side of your screen, has now begun.
Stage 1, entry burn shutdown.
And conclusion of that entry burn, that burn helps to slow the vehicle down as it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere. The first stage sees high drag, which scrubs roughly 70% of the velocity by the time
Dragon,
that landing.
SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
Love to hear that call out. Everything.
Nominal trajectory.
Beautiful view of planet Earth coming to us from the second stage views on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, our first view of the Space Coast once again. This booster is attempting a landing at LZ-1.
Stage 1, transonic.
That booster is now traveling near the speed of sound. Live view coming to you from one of our tracking cameras. We can see the grid fins actuating to help steer the booster down.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Stage 2 FTS has saved.
Standing by to
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
there you
Stage
can
1 landing confirmed.
You can see that first stage has landed back at LZ1. This is the first time that we have performed a land landing on a crew mission. Coming up next will be second engine cutoff, or SECO, and that's where after that engine cuts off, the second stage will coast for a few minutes until Dragon is commanded to separate.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
We're expecting SECO to occur in about 20 seconds.
Shannon.
Copy, Shannon.
Commander Peggy Whitson continuing to call out the abort modes.
Pico.
All right, on-time shutdown of that second engine. Also confirming that the launch escape system is now disarmed.
Dragon SpaceX, nominal orbit insertion.
All right, and there's...
Just such a historic launch for me, because I just think it's just yesterday it happened. Or no, that was like about 11 months ago. About coming up to a year. AX2, yeah. Wow, I'm just getting flashbacks of watching that. It's just so beautiful. I'm gonna get the... Okay, I'm gonna read this from the SpaceX's website. So I'm gonna do word for word from SpaceX. So just listen out. So, SpaceX is targeting Thursday, April 18th for a Falcon 9 launch of 23 Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. Liftoff is targeted at 6:40 p.m. ET, with backup opportunities available until 10:40 p.m. if needed. Additional opportunities are also available on Friday, April 19th, starting at 6:18 p.m. ET. A live broadcast of this mission will begin on X about 5 minutes prior to launch. Watch live. This is the 7th flight for the first stage booster supporting this mission, which previously launched ESA Lucid AX2, AX3, CRS-30, and 2 Starlink satellite missions. Following stage separation, the third stage will land on the short-fall Gravitas drone ship will be stationed in the Atlantic Ocean. So that's word for word from SpaceX of what's going to happen. So yeah, that's good. Alright. That's some good news. We're gonna be launching at 6:40, and this time. Just setting up some stuff. Alright. Alright. So I'm explaining the events right now. I'm gonna get everything set up. Alright, we're all go. So, in about 2 minutes from now, SpaceX will give the go for propellant load. At 35 minutes before launch, RP-1 loading begins, and also 35 minutes first stage LOX loading begins. At 16 minutes before launch, second stage LOX loading begins. At 7 minutes, engine chill down sequence starts. At 1 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute things happens. A command flight computer does 2 pre-launch checks, and also it does pressurization before flight. At 45 seconds, it does the final go for launch, or the SpaceX launch striker verifies go for launch. 3 seconds, engine ignition sequence happens. At 0 seconds, liftoff happens. At 1 minute and 12 seconds, max Q happens. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, first stage cuts off. At 2 minutes and 34 seconds, first and second stages separate. 2 minutes and 41 seconds, the second stage engine starts. At 3 minutes and 8 seconds, fairing deployment happens. At 6 minutes and 10 seconds, first stage engine burn begins. At 6 minutes and 31 minutes after launch, the first stage entry burn ends. At 7 minutes and 57 seconds, first stage land burn begins. 8 minutes and 18 seconds, first stage lands. 8 minutes and 44 seconds after launch, second stage engine cuts off. At 54 minutes and 1 second after launch, the second stage engine starts. At 54 minutes and 3 seconds, the stage engine cuts off. And at 1 hour and 5 minutes and 10 seconds, Starlink satellites deploy. So we're gonna wait until we can see these events happen. Alright, we should be coming up on the verification for prop load. So now we should be getting the verification for prop loading. we should be getting into prop load in 2 minutes if they go for it. So now we're 1 minute away from prop loading. Or, no, we're 2 minutes. Yeah, we're 2 minutes. Alright, we should be looking out for some excess stuff coming from the booster. I'm looking at the timer just in case if we have to reset. But so far, we have passed one event. If SpaceX has gone for it, which is start of the verification for prop load, which is the most important thing of this launch because, well, you need to put prop on the vehicle. Anyways, we're 50 seconds away from this verification. I've been a fan of SpaceX for a year, more than a year, and I haven't regretted this decision because y'all have supported me for about a half a year, and I'm about to hit 200 subscribers this coming summer. I'm so ready to hit 200 subscribers, and we're gonna talk. And also, Starship OFT4 is gonna be the best thing ever. I'm ready. Get ready for a long stream. It's gonna be a long stream. I'm not gonna end it prematurely like I did on OFT2. We're gonna do a whole analysis. We're gonna watch through the whole SpaceX stream. We're gonna watch replays of the launch from Tim Dodd. We're gonna have some fun on that stream. So get ready for OFT4 in June, early June. WDR is expected in May. So I'm excited for this because this is the first time that SpaceX expects us to go good. But anyways, yeah, prop loading has begun on Falcon 9. You should be seeing some locks coming off, or you should be seeing some locks loading on the first stage and RP1 loading on the rocket. So yeah, everything's looking good for on-time liftoff. So now the next spin is second stage locks loading. Alright, I'm gonna see if anything has gone wrong. I'm gonna see if they rescheduled, because we normally don't want that to happen. Still at 6:40 p.m. ET. So it looks like SpaceX has gone to with the go for propellant load. So you should be seeing some propellant going through the rocket, unless something has happened. So I'm gonna go on X to see if they gave the Twitter comment for this. Yes. Alright, SpaceX has said propellants are flowing through Falcon 9 at pad 40 of this evening's launch. Yep, that's step one. We're going. Oh, you can actually start to see it. can see some sort of a ring. That's always a normal and good sign of a step toward launch. So yeah, everything's proceeding well, and we're not gonna delay. So what you're looking for this launch is launch, ascent, stage separation, flip maneuver, entry burn, aerodynamic guidance, vertical landing, autonomous ship landing, fairing separation, payload separation. And also Griffin's deployment on the first stage, but yeah, we don't talk about that. Yeah, but we're about 30 minutes away from the launch. So, yeah. Yep, you can start to see that ring. You can definitely see that ring on Falcon 9. I'm gonna go show y'all the weather for this launch. I'm gonna show you that it's pretty not. It's not gonna violate. So this is what the weather's. Okay, I got it up. So, wait, give me 1 second. Alright. So the weather for our launch is looking pretty good. The only thing we would have to worry about right here is just these clouds. And that would be the only thing you would have to worry about there. So there's nothing that bad that's gonna happen. So we are go for launch so far. Everything's looking good. You can see there's an air view of Falcon 9 and it's frosty. It's frosty with LOX and RP1. The LOX is the thing that ignites the RP1 in through the engines and the turbo pumps. T-tab ignites the engines and it begins to start flames. It goes through the nozzle and it creates thrust. The clamps throw back, and Falcon 9 flight computer goes into flight mode. So that's what you should be expecting. So let's do a quick little bit of a little rundown of what this rocket is. So basically Falcon 9 is a two-stage rocket, a reusable rocket The first stage you see right here is B-1080, which is one of the 100 boosters made by SpaceX. About one of the 100 boosters SpaceX made, counting every from Starbase in Texas. But yeah, the booster has 9 Merlin engines, 4 titanium grid fins, and 1 inner stage. The 9 engines that Falcon 9 has, the Merlin engines, are what I told y'all, are supposed to ignite with T-Tab to create throttle and lift this rocket up. The tanks you're seeing are supposed to be filled with RP-1 and LOX, which are ignited through the engine nozzle with T-Tab to create thrust. The grid fins you see is during landing, they will guide the rocket to the landing spot, which is a shortfall gravitas. The inner stage you see right up there is for the staging system, which they stage separate from the second stage from the booster. Alright, moving up from here, the second stage. The second stage contains a tank with LOX and RP-1 to ignite the MVAC engine, the singular MVAC engine from the first stage. Second stage, I mean. The second stage has 2 fairings attached to it, which will be recovered by Bob. And it has a payload separator inside the fairing, which separates the payload from Falcon 9. And that's basically everything that you would need to know about this launch. And this is a rapidly reusable rocket. It's supposed to land every time, expected to land every time. It's supposed to be very efficient. And this has 23 satellites in it right now, V2 minis. So yeah, I'm excited to see it lift off for today. We're 25 minutes until the launch. So yeah, so Falcon's history has been quite rough over times. During Falcon 1, Falcon was just going to be cancelled overall, but they did do one more attempt on the 4th flight of Falcon 1. Falcon 1 launched successfully, and that was the first time a Falcon rocket has actually successfully launched. And to this day, about 15 years ago, Falcon 1 launched successfully. So take that into mind when you think that these are just so boring. SpaceX had a struggle of launching rockets, launching Falcon 1 rockets 15 years ago, and still had a struggle of landing Falcon 9 like 7 years ago. About 8 years ago. But just to say, trial and error from SpaceX. The reason I love SpaceX is because they keep trying, they keep upgrading, they keep the efficiency up, and whenever they fail, they get up and keep trying again until they successfully do it. Which with Starship, that's the key element was for Starship. Is to be rapid, really rapid, reusable. So you should be seeing a liftoff at 5:40 Central Time and 6:40 p.m. EST. I will be back in 2 minutes. We're getting ready for the next event in 8 minutes, or about 9-ish minutes. The second stage of LOX loading begins. That's cool. Anyways, we're coming up until 3 minutes until second stage log 3 begins. Crest and SF for the shots. I always support them. They're a very good team. I'm friends with Adrian, in fact, and that's not a lie. I'll show you right now. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Alright, anyways, getting back to the real topic. Is the launch. So, yeah, we're loading prop load on Falcon 9 and awaiting liftoff. Oh my god. Alright. Alright. We're T-minus 17 minutes. Under 17 minutes, and second stage lock loading has begun. So you should start to see frost on the second stage. That's some good notes. The heck is that? There's so much mysterious stuff happening. Is Falcon just demonic? Currently, about 12 minutes and counting and 30 seconds before launch. So we're waiting. We're ticking down for this Falcon 9 launch in just over a couple of minutes. SpaceX should be starting their stream in about 6 minutes and 30 seconds. From now, we should be watching their stream soon. Team. Currently T-minus 10 minutes away from starting 6-52, and we're currently 3 minutes and 50 seconds away from We're 2 minutes away from engine showdown sequence on the Falcon 9 rocket. Now, we're currently 1 minute away from the engine showdown sequence. You can see some venting from the second stage. So SpaceX should be starting soon. get a good view of this. Get a good view of this before we go to watch SpaceX do. Remember, T-Tab ignites 3 seconds before liftoff. That's just no. Anyways, we're 7 minutes and we're at the engine chill down sequence. And SpaceX should be starting their streams at 5:33. Yep, it has started. Anyways, SpaceX should be starting in a second. There we go.
Tanks are pressing for strong back retract.
Alright, we should get ready for strong back to retract in a couple seconds.
Strong back retract has started.
There we go, we got strong back retract. There we go, you can see the clamps on Falcon 9 starting to retract.
Stage 1, LOX load complete.
Alright. Alright. You heard? Stage 1 LOX loading begin. I mean, it's still stop. It's completed. We should be getting called for stage 2 LOX loading completion. And ground gas closeout, so 1 minute and 30 seconds before launch.
Stage 2 LOX load complete.
Alright. So now we're getting ready for ground gas closeouts in 1 second. There we go. Ground gas closeouts.
Ground gas closeouts.
Pressurizing and get turn out of the lines up before launch.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
We're in startup. We should be getting final go for launch in a couple of seconds.
SpaceX launch director, go for launch.
Your T-minus 35 seconds away from launch.
T-minus 30 seconds.
We are getting ready for 20 seconds. We're 15 seconds away from Space Coast Live. 20 seconds. Let's listen in as B-1080 lifts off for the 7th time and does its 7th landing.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Falcon soars and roars for the 7th time.
M1D chamber pressures are nominal.
M1D chamber pressures on
Vehicle
the first
pitching
stage
down
is
range.
nominal. Roll program.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Vehicle supersonic.
Alright, supersonic passing through max Q.
Max Q.
Alright, there's the event. So we're gonna come up on these events that are coming up. We're gonna have MECO, main engine cutoff, stage separation, and vac ignition, stage 1 Griffins deploy, and fairing separation. 5 events in quick succession, and about 30 seconds apart from each other, or 30 seconds with each event. 30 seconds. Actually, we're 15 seconds away from these events, so expect these events to happen fast.
MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition.
There we go. We have MVAC ignition and stiffer rings should be falling off. And stage 1 Griffins deploy. And we should get ready for fairing separation in 5 seconds.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Alright. Did we saw fairing separation? You can see the fairing going away to get recovered by Bob. So, Falcon should be coming up on its next event. First, from the first stage, is its entry burn. The next event for the second stage is FTS safe on that, and Seco 2. Seco, I mean. About 1 minute away from this entry burn. So, engine 1, 3, and 5 will ignite and shut down after a 10-second entry burn to a 15-second burn. We're coming close. And then entry burn. Alright, we're about 10 seconds away from this burn.
Stage 1 entry burn stirrup.
Stage 1 FTS has safed.
There you go. Entry burn. Should last about 10 to 15 seconds.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
Alright, it shut down at 10 seconds. That's nominal. And you can see
Stage 2
how it's
FTS
going
has
down.
safed.
You gotta call that stage 2 FTS is safe. Now coming up on the landing. Oh, we have proxy set stage 1. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at it. It's coming and now it's froze. Just in case, I'll get the drone ship view. Just in case that there's something going on. But it looks like we're gonna. It's bare.
Stage 1 transonic.
Oh, it's transonic. You can see it. Hi. B10 was shocking. Yeah, they're having some problems with the first stage. So
Stage 1 landing burn.
the landing burn started on the first stage. Now we should be getting a drone ship view from this camera from the second stage. So, oh no, this is scary.
Landing leg deployed.
Oh, landing legs deployed. Oh my gosh, did it blow up? This is scary. I don't know. Hopefully. We got the cop from
Stage
landing.
1 landing confirmed.
Yes! Woo! Look at this, tall, very tall. You can almost see the grid fins on that sucker. A good thing it landed. Get ready for Seco.
And Seco.
Seco.
Nominal orbit insertion.
There's the words we needed. Nominal orbital insertion. So that means we're in a good orbit. Next events that SpaceX will be doing is SES-2 and Seco-2 and payload deployment. 3 more events into this mission. Alright, I'm going to do a post-flight analysis. It's going to be a 5-minute. I'm going to sum everything up so y'all can get your understandings right. So Falcon 9 lifted off at 6:40 p.m. EDT and separated from the second stage from the and landed successfully on a short fall ground toss, but SpaceX did have some interruptions with the video, but it's better than losing a stream like we did for the last launch yesterday. So it's good to see SpaceX is keeping the pace up. They have launched 2 days or 1 day, or they've launched back-to-back launches in 1 day or 2 days. So that's pretty good. They're gonna hit their goal of they're for sure gonna hit their goal of launching 100 times or 144 launches. So basically, B-1080 has landed for the 7th time. Is going to get refurbished for its 8th flight, which is coming up somewhere around the summer or in May. It's going to be launching in May. So be ready for B-1080 to rise again for its 8th flight and 8th landing. Maybe on it's going to be probably on another Starlink mission or something else. But B-1080 is still a good booster to launch stuff on. It hasn't hit its 10th flight goal yet. So we're still waiting some stuff. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, y'all. This is Nectar Space E, and see you on Starlink Group 6-53 in about 4 days. See ya.
3, 2, 1. Liftoff of the Falcon 9.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 prop is nominal. Stage 1 entry startup. Stage 1 is transonic. Stage 1 landing startup. Stage 1 landing leg deploying.
Falcon 9 has landed.